Hello! My name is Timon de Jong and my first book just came out. It's called Future Human Behavior: Understanding What People Are Going to Do Next. And in this video, I'd like to share with you the thoughts, ideas, the strategy behind the book. A little bit like the making of. Now, the first starting point was to create a book and to make it as inspiring as a great keynote presentation, because that is what I do. And we started with an actual strategy, and the strategy looks like this. We wanted to create a book which falls right here. And this is a picture of an ocean, a blue ocean, between these four categories. So the category of a business book, because this is, you can see it, this is a business leadership book. We also want it to be like a coffee table book, meaning eye candy, great to look at. We also want it to be like an academic paper, meaning rooted in research, and like a magazine, meaning it's easily to flick through and you can start wherever you like. You don't have to read it from cover to cover. And the reason the magazine's in there is that I have a passion for magazines. A long time ago, 20 years, I'm getting old, I was actually editor-in-chief of this magazine called Reload, a youth magazine here from the Netherlands, and since then a passion for magazines. Now, how did we do that? How did we approach this blue ocean and try to get the book here? Well, let me start with, very simple, the size. This is a normal paperback, the classic Thinking Fast and Slow by Kahneman. And you can see Future Human Behavior is quite a bit bigger. Now, why is it bigger? Well, that is because we wanted the colors and the photos to come alive. So here we're going into the book and you can actually see it's full of photos, it's full of color. I actually took all these photos myself. I was a photojournalist before I was an editor-in-chief. So we wanted these to come alive. Now, color is very important. Here's the table of contents. Here we have the 6 chapters of the book. Blurring Realities, Trust Pendulum, You Know Me Society on AI, Digital Balance on the Digital, Future Ethics, and Mental Surplus. And they all have different colors. So the chapters are color-coded, the themes, so you can easily find where you are and what you would like to read. So you can find this throughout. Now, what else did we do? We use streamers. This is the thing magazines and newspapers use. So you can read these streamers here, and these are excerpts from the text. And if you see a streamer that you'd like, you can think, all right, this is great. Now I'm going to read, let me see, chapter 3.2. And you can actually do it. You can start wherever you want. You can even start in the back. There's magazine and newspaper research out there which shows that different studies, between 20 and 40% of readers actually start with a magazine or newspaper from the back. And you can actually do that here. And this is also based on my own mini research where I asked business professionals, what was the last time you read a full business book, management book from cover to cover? Well, I haven't found anyone who has done that recently, so you can actually go through it and see, I like this, and that is what I'm going to read. Now, what else did we do? We tried to make the book as practical as possible. So, a few examples of that is that every chapter is full of strategic takeaways. So you can read the book, see what's going on, see what's going to happen next, and then boom, there's a strategic takeaway. What should leaders, what should organizations do? Very practical. Every chapter also has an exercise. Here's the exercise, which you can do with a group of people, with your team, but you can also, if you'd like to do that, you can even do this with a group of friends or family members. So there are exercises throughout the book. Also practical is our references here in the back. 300 references in the back, so you can find all the sources, and we made them into QR codes. So this was a great idea by, or this is a great idea, I love it, by my designer David. So if you want to look up a source, just scan the QR code and it brings you straight to the academic paper, the book, the newspaper clipping, the post, whatever it is, and you can actually research and read more. And speaking of QR codes, there's one more special QR code in the book. Let me find it for you. And that had to do with, it's in the introduction, that had to do with the fact, and I put my finger on it right here, that had to do with the fact that I had to hand in the text of this book more than half a year ago. And this was right when the war in Ukraine started, the inflation, the energy crisis, the so-called polycrisis started. The polycrisis is not in the book, but if you scan that QR code in the introduction, it brings you to a special keynote presentation, 30 minutes. I recently recorded, it's live now if you have the QR code. So that is the so-called bonus chapter, the bonus chapter on the polycrisis, which is going on right now, extra content. So that's it. I would like to thank Routledge for going on this journey and going out of the box and going into this blue ocean. And of course, David Pino, my designer, who had great ideas, designed all of this. And you can find his name and how to find him in the book if you want more information. I would very much love it that if you get your hands on one, that you share your opinion with me, because I'd love to know if you find it as inspiring as we intended it to be. With that, that was the mini making of. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.